Hey, this is day 10 of the Marriage Motivator series, and today we're talking about 25 dangers that could lead to an unhappy marriage and possibly divorce. I hope not, but this is kind of what I've seen over the last 25 years being a youth pastor, a college pastor, a singles pastor, a family pastor, an education pastor, and a few other things. So, the number one danger I believe that could lead to an unhappy marriage and possibly divorce would be if you have a spouse that plays video games all the time. I mean, like he or she is hooked on video games. Now, obviously, there are some people that it's their career to make video games or whatever, and that's cool, but don't let it take all your time. Number two, gambling. One in a million is not very good odds. I don't really care what Dumb and Dumber says. Number three, alcohol and drugs. I'm telling you, either one of those things is not the wise thing to do at all. If you don't want to be an alcoholic, don't take your first drink. If you don't want to be a drug addict, don't take your first drug. Number four, the inability to leave and cleave. You always have to be close to your parents. Number five, poor food choices and unhealthy diet. It's letting yourself go. We shouldn't do that. We should actually always want to impress our spouse. Number six, lack of exercise, which actually results in a lack of energy and also muscle loss. I'll do another video on this later, Tater. Number seven would be a bad steward of God's money. Notice I said it's God's money and not your money because God owns everything, right? But there's no tithing going on. You're getting into debt often. You're sucked into materialism. You're spending money that you don't have to impress people that you don't know. It's just a sad cycle there. Number eight would be social media. Understand that many inappropriate relationships start through social media, so be very careful there. I want to encourage you to share your social media accounts with your spouse. We really ought to use social media for evangelistic purposes and to encourage others. Number nine danger would be that he or she works too much. They are always at work. They're hardly ever at home. They hardly ever go on vacation and hardly ever spend time with their kids and their spouse. Number 10 would be spending too much time with another couple. I know of a couple of couples that spent a ton of time together, even went on vacation together a lot, and then eventually went on a cruise together one time, and two of them committed adultery on the cruise, and it was not good. Number 11 would be your hobby, and it's just taking all your time. And so I want to encourage you to maybe find a hobby where you and your spouse can participate in and just learn together maybe something. Number 12 would be pornography. Pornography is giving in to lust, and lust means you got to have it right now. This gives the illusion that certain people that they watch are in the mood all the time. And we all know that's not true. It's just not reality, and it causes us to have unmet expectations with our spouses. I want to encourage you to always block those messages that show up in your feeds. Number 13 would be verbal and physical abuse. We talked about physical abuse in a previous video, but I want to encourage you to use your mouth to encourage and not abuse, and then use your hands to hold and protect. Number 14 would be anger. Nobody likes to be around an angry person all the time that has a short fuse that just goes off at the slightest thing. I want to encourage you to go to anger management or something like that, but definitely give it to God. You know, one of the fruits of the Spirit is peace. And so maybe you need to continually ask God to fill you with the Spirit so that that fruit of peace would come out of you more than anger does. Number 15 would be unforgiveness and holding on to grudges. Now, if you think about it, this actually takes a good memory because you have to have it stored in the back of your mind in case you need to go off on them, you know? More on this in another video. Number 16 is criticism and nagging. You know, I went on a walk yesterday in our neighborhood and there were gnats everywhere, just flying around, getting in my face, getting in my eyes, and I had to keep swatting them. Well, that is very similar to criticism and nagging. It's like a nagging gnat. Number 17 would be arrogance. I want to encourage you to step down off that high platform that you have and realize that you put your pants on one leg at a time, just like the rest of us. Number 18 would be pride. Just a warning, the Bible says pride comes before a fall. Number 19 would be flirting. I want to encourage you not to ever be alone with the opposite sex. Be like Joseph and run from this if you're doing this. Number 20 would be toxic relationships with people. I'm telling you, these people bring you down. I want to encourage you to be careful who you're hanging out with. Somebody said that who you are in 5 years will be determined by the people you hang around with. Number 21 would be lack of communication. You know, whether you're an introvert or not, you got to open your mouth and chat. Chat. That was another one of those cool words from my teenager, the word chat. She says it means like dude or guy. Number 22 is that you're never home. Don't be an absentee dad or a mom or a wife or a husband. Absence doesn't always make the heart grow fonder. Number 23 would be no trust. Marriage is built on trust, right? Number 24 would be emotional baggage or any other kind of baggage that you have brought into the marriage. I want to encourage you to go to a Christian counselor to deal with this baggage, or else it can infect your marriage. And the last thing would be number 25, laziness. To succeed in anything takes effort. Don't just be a spectator, get into the game. So I want to encourage you to get off the couch, go to work, go have fun with your family. So think of these 25 things kind of like warning lights that go off in your car. And if you don't give attention to them, it could cause engine failure. In the next video, we're going to talk about marriage and money. M&M. Boy, I love M&Ms, but I really don't like those ones that have peanut butter in them. Do you? Let's make families better. Like and subscribe, and YouTube will push it to more and more families.